This is what most of us think of as modern productive farming. Efficient, high-tech, with all the latest gizmos. We're told this is the kind of agriculture that's going to feed us and the world. But it isn't. This is grassland. Welcome to Pasture Promise TV. My name's Graham Harvey. I've been writing about farming all my working life, and especially about this stuff, grassland. Grassland makes up about 2/3 of our farmed countryside. Ever since there were farmers in Britain, this is what's provided most of our finest foods: beef, lamb, milk, butter, cheese, even poultry and eggs. And it's not surprising. Modern science shows that meat and milk of grass-fed animals is far better for us than those same foods produced from animals fed mostly and unnaturally on grain, as sadly too many are today. But grass gives us many more benefits than just healthy food. Grass captures sunlight and uses the energy to transform carbon dioxide from the air into soluble carbon compounds such as sugars. This is the process we all know as photosynthesis. The grass field is really one big photoelectric cell using solar power to grow the tastiest and healthiest foods. Sugars and other compounds made by the grass are transported down to the roots, and some are passed on to the microbes living in the soil. Grazing greatly enhances this process by encouraging the constant shedding and regrowing of roots. What this means is that carbon that starts as carbon dioxide gas in the atmosphere ends up in the structures of the trillions of organisms that live below ground. It's this unseen army that's the best guarantee we have of healthy foods and a secure food supply. It's the carbon compounds from the plants in a mixed pasture that produce the fertility of the soil, and it's this fertility which ensures that nutrients get into the new plants that provide for the health of the animals that graze them, and ultimately to the health of the foods that we eat. And that's not all. The carbon in the decayed plants and animals in this pasture soil help reduce the greenhouse gas load on the atmosphere. So in this way, grassland and grazing are helping to keep the planet healthy too. There are even more benefits of grassland. I'm here in the Somerset Nature Reserve. This is Chancellor's Farm. In this meadow there's an enormous range of flowering plant species, all of which enhance our wildlife. Grasslands make up some of our most beautiful landscapes. Their soils hold more moisture, so they protect us against flooding, and they protect our food supply at times of drought. All these issues we'll be exploring in our films on Pasture Promise TV, but most of all we'll be celebrating all the great things that pasture and grazing brings to us. Right now our farming's out of balance. We grow too many cereal crops like wheat and barley. The chemical fertilizers and pesticides we use to grow them damage wildlife and the life of our soils, and then we wastefully feed almost half of these damaging grains to animals. Livestock fed on grain deliver none of the health benefits of real pasture-fed meat and dairy foods. Grasslands are our greatest natural resource. They're the guardians of our health, our environment, and our security. They're also our heritage. So sign up and join with us on this great adventure which we call the Pasture Promise.